Hello, random business person here. You're watching this on YouTube. This program took place on TikTok Live on the afternoon of July 7th. I was thinking a lot about what am I doing to get income, and I've been relying mostly on gifts and donations for the past few years. Now that might piss you off, but it's harder than you think to create a situation where people are inspired to do it. Now, I don't beg and I don't ask people for money. I create the situations. Maybe they'll give it to me, maybe not. And I've been good enough at creating this situation where it was able to be done like that for like 3 years. But I'm always thinking about how am I going to survive after TikTok is over. TikTok is the only situation I know of where this can be done spontaneously without having to ask anybody. On almost every other platform that I know of, you have to ask. You have to tell people to, hey, subscribe, hey, donate, hey, send a Cash App. I don't like that. I don't like telling people to take any actions that benefit me more than it benefits them. On TikTok Live, I can just kind of do what I do, and then some people might decide to donate on their own without me having to ask for it. And that's one of the things that's going to make it hard when TikTok is over, or if I have to leave TikTok for some reason. Because I struggle to think of any situation besides playing guitar on a street corner where we can have those. And even if you're playing guitar on a street corner, you're still begging in a way, because if somebody talks shit or says like, oh, you're asking for money, you're a piece of shit, you can't exactly block them. So I prefer doing stuff like this on TikTok. So, like I said, what you're watching is in the past. This occurred on the afternoon of July 7th, and you won't be able to read the comments. So, while this is happening, there's people on TikTok commenting below, and I'm going to respond to some of them. Hello, Lacey. Good to see you again. Good afternoon. All right, so I'm talking to the people on YouTube in the future. If you're on YouTube, all this happened in the past. If you're on TikTok, I'm talking to people in the future on YouTube. Okay. Because currently we have like a few dozen people in the room right now, but when this is being viewed on YouTube in the future, it could be hundreds of people. I don't know. So here we are. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. I used to believe that producing and saving was the way to make money in America. Being really good and really smart and producing and saving. That's the way I was raised. And the older I got and the more I learned about the way America really works, I now have different ideas about what you need to be successful or make money in America. We are no longer a producing nation, really. We're just kind of moving money around. Very few are making new value. The whole AI bubble that we're currently experiencing, I do believe that in some ways AI is going to continue to do better, but I think it is generally overhyped, and people are going to figure that out at some point, and a lot of the investment is going to pull back. You're always hearing about these new AI tools and what AI can do, but if you try to use one of these tools to do something, you're going to find out for yourself that a lot of the people who talk about this stuff are overhyping it. There's a lot that it can't do yet. And There's very little that AI can do for the common people to get you to make more money or to fix your situation. You can sit there and talk to it, but that's not going to pay the bills. So if you try to use the AI to pay the bills, then you might find out that there's some missing steps to be filled in, and it's not really far along yet. You can't ask ChatGPT to do your laundry for you yet. You can't ask ChatGPT to do your dishes yet. And those things aren't even going to pay the bills. So we still have quite a way before any of us can use robots for actual production or use artificial intelligence for actual production. You still got a lot of time. So the AI bubble will pull back as the investment figures out that the people figured out that there's really not much you can do with it at this time for actual production. But that's not what America is concerned with anyway. It's been a very long time since America was a producer nation. Now we're just kind of moving money around, which brings me back to AI. AI isn't producing anything new, it's just moving money around. So you can, you tried to delete TikTok and it didn't work, Casey down there. Hello, Jersey. The Greenland time check. It is currently 6:54 in Western Greenland. Hello, Spooky. Welcome back. So I grew up believing that the way to make money and be successful in America was to learn things and be really smart and produce something and then save money. That is wrong. All of that is backwards. That is the old model. That stuff worked for your grandparents. Today we just move money around and we create the illusion of experiences that inspire other people who have money to just move the money around. So what I've been doing on TikTok for the past 3 years, what I've been doing as an entertainer for the past 20 years really, is I create Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk about something really important. I'll wait. So earlier on, if I was playing guitar, I'm not producing anything new and I'm not adding any new input to the economy. I'm creating an experience that inspires other people who have money to just move that money around. So it's like somebody who doesn't have money hands money to somebody else who doesn't have money, and that person hands money to somebody else who doesn't have money. We're just moving the money around. Nothing new is produced. Nothing new is created. None of us are any closer to being able to eat. So what I've been doing on TikTok for the past 3 years has been in a similar vein. I'm not producing anything new. I'm not getting any of us closer to solving our problems or eating any food. I'm just creating an experience that causes some other people who somehow have money to flow it, to bring it over to here. Which no new money is created. We're just moving money around, and that's the way America works. It is a musical chairs game that will stop eventually. But now is a good time to behave like that, as we are experiencing the greatest transfer of wealth that ever happened in our country's history. The boomer generation, who currently holds a disproportionate amount of wealth compared to other generations, is slowly getting out of the game. Many of them are not going, most of us are not going to receive inheritance. Most of these people are going to either die with the money or spend all of it before they die. This puts us in a good position to be able to capitalize from that if we know how to sell to boomers and what kind of experiences are they looking for. We don't have to create anything new. We don't have to produce anything new. All we have to do is create experiences that inspire them to because they're letting go of this money anyway. They refuse to give it to their kids, and they want to spend all of it before they die. So how do you grab some of that while they're on the way out? You have right now until 5 years, 10 years. Maybe some of them could even hang on for another 20 years. I don't know. So don't sell to Gen Z. They don't have any money. Don't sell to millennials. They don't have any money. Don't sell to Gen X. They don't have any money. Sell to the boomers. They have a disproportionate amount of wealth. They are the wealthiest generation that ever existed. And the only way that you can justify trying to sell to millennials or Gen Z is in the hopes that some of them are receiving inheritance. Some of the boomer generation, they are going to leave money to their Gen X and Gen Z and millennial family. So that is the only way you could justify selling to people in those generations, in the hopes that some of them are receiving inheritance. Because those who have jobs, they're not going to have any money left over after the food and the rent to buy whatever it is you're trying to sell. But again, you don't have to produce or make anything new. You don't have to create any new products. All you have to do is create experiences, because we are no longer a producer nation. We're just moving money around. It's just ring around the rosy musical chairs at this point. All the money is already out there, and it's being held by a generation that is quickly dying. So how do you position yourself to receive some of that money as they are trying to spend it before they die? They are spending it on luxurious experiences. They've already paid their rents. They already know where the food is coming. Many of them have annuity payments. Many of them have savings. Many of them have a house full of antiques that nobody's going to buy. That's what they're going to leave to most of you. They're going to leave you a lot of collectibles that you're not going to be able to sell. And it's going to slow you down a lot. Hello, Doc. Thank you for the flower. Okay, so Zordal Finish says boomers love Amazon. So an example of what I'm talking about is, how do you position yourself on Amazon to sell to that generation? So as these people are dying out and they're in their hospital beds and they're buying shit they don't need on Amazon because out of spite they don't want their sons and daughters to receive any inheritance, so they're trying to spend all of their money before they die. How do you position yourself on Amazon to grab some of that? You don't have to produce anything new. All you have to do is move money around. Oh my God, look at this rock. This is a magical rock that has healing properties, and it's from the 1600s, and it was blessed by Sister Elsie. Yeah. You can use ChatGPT to make up some fucking story. You don't even need to, alright. So anyway, if you're watching this, this appeared on TikTok Live on July 7th. If you're watching this, you're in the future from us. Most of the views are going to be on YouTube, as this live doesn't have any music in it, and it should be able to be repurposed for YouTube. So the majority of the viewership is going to be in the future. Never mind what the count is and how many people are here right now on TikTok. It is a small slice of the overall viewership. I'd like to say hello to Jenna. If you're watching on YouTube, you can't see the comments. TikTok doesn't let you take the comments in the replay. I want to say hi to Jenna. I want to say hi to Halo Snyder. I want to say hi to Zordal Finish. Jenna is a dog walker. Again, no new money is created, no new products are created, no new food is created. We're just moving money around, okay? Somebody took on the liability of having to take care of a dog who is not going to contribute to the economy, and they have to go do whatever they have to do, so they are paying Jenna to keep that dog occupied or whatever. So Jenna, like me, is part of the service economy. This is where America is at now. We're not making anything new. You don't have to worry about making new products. You don't have to worry about inventing anything. All you have to do is grab money from people who have more than they need, who are seeking luxurious experiences and are living far beyond what it is they actually need. We are so far divorced from the idea of keeping our friends and family and communities alive. We have a whole generation of people with unimaginable wealth. The boomer generation is the wealthiest generation that ever existed, and they are seeking luxurious experiences, and they are throwing money at all sorts of things that don't matter. How do you position yourself to grab some of that money? So it'll finish. Thank you for the likes. Very few of us are going to get inheritance. These people are going to spend as much of that money as possible before they die because they want to see you suffer. They don't like the idea of handing all of this money to you. Instead, you have to create some kind of situation that tricks them into giving it to you. Alright, that's enough ranting. We're about 20 minutes into this, and I've made a penny. So everything that I was talking about is certainly not going to inspire any boomers to send me money. So I'm going to end that rant, and now I'm going to turn my attention to the comments, which mostly consists of millennials and Gen Z. They don't have any money. But I'm going to hang out with them, and we're going to have a good time, and then I'm going to sign off. Hello, Nat. Hello, Bork. Hello, Zorl Finish. Thanks for the likes. I was just thinking about what the hell am I going to do after Halo Snyder, thank you for the coffee magic. I'm very lucky to receive this coffee magic. Good morning, everybody. We're going to drink some of our coffee. Your dad's going to give you enough to pay rent for like 2 months. His whole entire life, everything he worked for, after he's gone, well, at least you'll be able to pay rent for 2 months. Thanks. Okay. Hello, Miri. Good morning. Zordal Finish, thank you for the likes. Okay. Rant is over. I'm going to hang out with the people in the comments for a little while, and then we're going to close it out. That was a good 20-minute rant, and I'm satisfied with that. So if you're watching this, you're probably in the future, as this live is going to be repurposed for YouTube. So what's currently happening here for us is on July 7th, it's a Monday. We are in the extreme greed zone, so I do hope you're de-risking and selling off as much of your stocks as possible and going into cash and sitting on the sidelines until after the next crash. Zordal Finish, thank you for the likes. It is 3:06 in the afternoon over here, and I want to try to go to Ireland. I don't have a passport. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any reason to go to Ireland. I just want to go to Ireland. I think Ireland would be a good place to stream from, because if I took my time and signed on at midnight, then it would be like 5 or 6 p.m. for many of you. It would be a great way to do it. Wink, what's up, Wink? Good to see you again. Hello, Yvonne. Hello, Dr. Dark Alley Allywobs, attorney at law. You love to see me at a pub? Being at a pub ain't going to pay the bills. Unless if I have so much fun at the pub that the parasocial phenomenon kicks in and it causes people to get inspired enough to send me money. That has worked every other time. There are a handful of times that I went to a bar or a restaurant on TikTok Live and it inspired enough people to take care of the bill and then some. But usually, going out to eat or going to the pub doesn't pay the bills. It's negative money. It's people who don't have money seeking luxurious experiences, pretending, cosplaying as middle class. Yes, great music in pubs. Dr. Dark Alley Allywobs, attorney at law, thank you for the flower. Gabagool's ex won't stop calling from the mental hospital. Go visit him or block him. They obviously want to hang out. And if you're not interested in hanging out, you're going to have to block them. Dr. Dark Ali Wab's attorney at law, thank you for the lighting bulb. If you continue to receive or entertain communications from somebody who you don't have a future with, every single time you put your attention on that, you're taking your attention away from whoever your future is with. So you are losing every single time you read that text, unless if you actually want to go hang out with this person. If you think you have a future with this person, then yeah, go visit them in the hospital. Go hang out with them. They probably would love to see you. But if you're done with them, you gotta block them. Because every time you read that text, you're taking your attention away from whoever your future is with, and you're losing. You are letting this person steal your energy as long as you are entertaining text from them. You have to block them. Unless if you want to go hang out with them. I mean, maybe you do have a future with them. You know, you're still connected with them. They might be your ex, but, you know, people make mistakes. Maybe you do have a future. Jenna, thank you for the heart me. Thank you for confirming your membership on the team. Jenna, thank you for rocking the popular vote. There's a lot of people out there who think they're too good to block people, or they think blocking is a sign of weakness. But nobody is keeping score, and no one is going to hand you a trophy or more money for you not blocking people. You have nothing to gain from thinking that you're too good to block people. Do it. You are losing. Your attention is being put on the wrong shit, and every time you read that text, you are losing. You're going to starve, you're going to run out of money, and you're going to be homeless. And you're going to have nobody to blame but yourself. So do it now. Block your ex. As soon as you think you don't have a future with that person, start putting your attention on anything else and start creating the situations and opening up the pathways for whoever you do share your future with to come about. Be accessible for who your future is with. All right. What are we doing here? We're 22 minutes in. Okay, I'm going to hang out for another few minutes and then I'm going to go. I promised myself I wouldn't use TikTok in the afternoon. Zordal finish. Thank you for the likes. I'm going to finish my coffee, finish my cigarette. I'm going to go run some errands. Today is laundry day. But first going to go get something to eat. For those watching on YouTube, this is a replay of a TikTok live that happened on Monday, July 7th. The afternoon is how we stay in touch. That's why I'm here. I'm just trying to see my friends. I'm not really running a performance. I'm not really running a show. I'm a random business person. I got my own thing going on. I'll be fine. I'm working in parallel with you who are also working. Don't send me any money. I want you to make more money for yourself and make better positions for both of us to be in a better position tomorrow. If you ever scroll in here and see me running a show and having fun with people, send as much money as possible. Absolutely. Incentivize me to perform and try to have a show. But right now, I'm just some random business person talking to people. This is a self-serving thing. Do not send money. Catherine, hello. All right, Jenna's working on it. Jenna's walking the dogs. That's good. There's a lot of people out there with dogs, and, you know, they have lives to live, so somebody's got to take care of the dog when they go out. If you have a dog or a cat, you will be unable to travel. You'll be unable to do a lot of things because the first thing you think is, well, I can't leave. I got to take care of the dog. Do you have enough money to hire a dog walker? Do you have enough money to hire a pet sitter? Maybe. If you do, well, then maybe you can get pets. Lots of people run into pets because they think it's cheaper than having babies, but at least babies can grow into productive adults who can generate income, hopefully. Dr. Dark Alley Alley Wops, Attorney Law, thank you for the likes. Okay. It is 6:13 on the East Coast, and I think I'm done my rant. So I'm going to take questions. If anybody has any closing statements or anything. Pet influencers are a whole interesting topic. Right. Okay, so back to moving money around. We are no longer a producer-saver manufacturing economy. We are now a service economy where we just move money around. Nothing new is produced. Nothing new needs to be invented. Anything that is being invented these days is just moving money around. The whole AI bubble. AI appears to be a new free tool that is going to change the world. But when you look at the back end and you look at how it's made and how resource intensive it is, we're back to just moving money around. There's Metaphysical Mama, thank you for the flower. Most of these products are being floated on investment income right now. The Popeyes, that's not true. Popeyes is a control freak. I used to be a control freak. I used to try to run around and tell other people what to do with their situations. I thought I was helping, but I was just losing money. Every time you focus on somebody else's situation, your attention is not being put on survival. That's all I need to say about that. Hello, Hoof-Hearted Mama. Thank you for the likes. Every time you are on the internet and you're complaining or trying to help other people by inserting your opinion on their situation, you are losing. Focus on your own situation. Myself and many people who I've known have wasted years of our lives scrolling around on the internet telling other people what we think about their situations. You are losing. That is not going to help you pay the bills. It's not going to help you better yourself. It's not going to help you move out of renter into ownership. It's not going to help you move out of ownership into investment. It's not going to help you move out of investment into power. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Nobody with an IQ under 100 is allowed in my chat. You're hurting my brain just reading this. Okay. Hello, Metaphysical Mama. Good to see you again. If I wasn't allowed to do this right now, how the fuck am I not suspended? And how the fuck are there 14 people in the room? Tell me that. Hello, Rats Only. Alright, I'm going to finish my coffee and get the hell out of here, because this is clearly not worth it. Some of you people make me not even want to do this. Alright, does anybody have anything useful to say before I sign off? The next time you see me, I'm going to be telling you what you need to hear. I'm going to be telling you what you want to hear, and I'm going to be feeding into your fantasy, and I'm going to make at least $30. So if you want to talk about some real shit, you got about 2 minutes. Alright? If you want to see the real me, you got another 2 minutes with me. Telling people they don't have to do anything. What the fuck? Telling people they did a good job and that they've done more than enough. I'm creating a fantasy experience to inspire you, because most of you love living in fantasy or having the illusion of luxurious experience. Almost nobody who scrolls around on TikTok is interested in bettering their situation or fixing themselves. What do you get when you mix tiger DNA with human DNA? I'm not a biologist. I don't know the answer to that. Thank you for your question. A lifetime ban from the zoo. It was a joke. Alright, that's good. TikTok is good for jokes. I would love to see more jokes. Thank you for being part of last night's Tool side quest. I had a great time. If you can get us up to 46 and 2 likes, we'll listen to Tool for a little while. Hello, Patrick. Good to see you. All right, I'm gonna go run errands. I'll see you later.